Herbie.
Thank you very, very much. That's awfully sweet. We just flew into town, you know. You know, I really do. I love to go sailing on these television channels, especially with a crew like this. I'd like you to meet my crew. This is my first mate. This is my second mate. And this is my cook. She can't cook, but who cares? All right, girls. Goodbye, and thanks so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight you will see something that you very rarely have seen presented on television. Entertainment. I will now call my assistant out here. I would like to describe something to you. This is very, very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. This is really, actually, how television works. I will speak about myself, if you will permit me to speak in the first person. I would like to say that the camera is focused on me. This is the camera there, you see. Now, as it's focused on me, the orthicon tube picks up my image and then sends it to the control room. This is the control room. It's a question if it's working tonight. From there it is carried on a coaxial cable to the transmitter, you see, and they're sent through the ether. You see? Now the signal of my picture is then intercepted by your antenna, which sends it down a two-way wire, what is known as a twin-lead wire, you see, into the kinescope receiving something. And then you get my picture on your screen. Personally, I think you're stuck with it because I don't see how you'll ever get it back to there again. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes, Doctor.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it's time for your examination.
Yes, well, Doctor, I must explain to the people. I doubt very much if they all know it. Ladies and gentlemen, you know I did have an accident last week. It was in, I understand in all the papers, the Associated Press, the INS. I was very flattered. Everybody heard about me breaking my rib. You know, I think it was marvelous. How it happened, though, I think is very interesting. I was taking a bath. I was in my bathtub reading an article in Look magazine.
I have it right here, Ed.
Have you, Doctor?
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah, that's it. It's the new Look magazine in which I was reading this. See, I was reclining. I was enjoying it. All of a sudden, I came to a headline in the Look magazine which said, "Look applauds Ed Wynn." That word applause, you see. The minute I heard that, I jumped up in the tub to take a bow. I slipped on a cake of soap, and that's how the accident happened.
Ed, if you don't mind, I'd better take a look at those bandages.
No, well, I've got to do a show tonight, Doctor.
I'm sorry, I must examine those bandages.
Yeah, but I say I have to do a show, you see.
Ed, you've let this go long enough. I must see those bandages now.
American Medical Association.
Right.
All right, here, you look at the bandages over there. I'll do the show over here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Lud Gluskin, I want Lud. This name has always fascinated me, the word Lud. Lud Gluskin is my musical conductor, but Lud sounds exactly like the noise I made when I fell in the bathtub. You know, it went like that. Lud. Lud, would you play the music? We'll see what we can do.
Oh, Polly wants a cracker? Oh, Polly, why are you so unhappy? Oh, Polly, don't you want a a cracker? No. Polly wants another Polly.
I hope I'm doing this right.
Oh, my goodness. What do you have back there? Tigers and lions and panthers?
No, I was just having a little trouble with my landlord, lady. That was all. That was all I was having.
Well,
What can I do for you? Pardon me?
I'm having trouble with this bird.
This bird, I recognize the cover and all.
Yes, canary. Yes, you sold it to me.
Well, of course I did, madam. This bird was once owned by Vaughan Monroe.
Well, that's just the trouble.
What do you mean?
Listen.
Racing with the moon.
I'm awfully sorry.
Well, I've had just about enough of this.
Well, that's all right. I've had enough of it, too, tonight.
How much do you want for that? I said, how much do you want for that horse out front?
How much do I want for what horse?
The horse that's tied up out front.
Oh, the horse?
Yeah, the horse.
With a tail and all?
With the tail.
Well, that horse, I can let you have it. As a matter of fact, I'd like you to have it for $5. I want to sell that horse for $5.
Only $5 for a horse. What's
Yes.
wrong with him?
Well, there's really nothing wrong with the horse, actually. He just likes to sit on potatoes, that's all. That's all. There's nothing wrong with this horse. He likes to sit on potatoes. I used to ride him every Sunday. But when you ride across a farm and he sees a potato, he sits on a potato. That's all.
All right, I'll take him.
Yes, that's all that's wrong with him, really.
Okay.
It's a cheap horse, you know.
Sits on potatoes.
Huh? I didn't understand that gesture at all. People change all the time on I don't know.
Hello, Ed.
What?
How are you?
How much? What?
Don't you know me, Buddy Ebsen? Sure. Don't you recognize me? What, the suit? The suit got you a little... I'm rehearsing my new show, Honest John, you know.
You couldn't be Buddy Ebsen. The actor, the famous hillbilly?
Yeah.
No, here. I got a counterfeit bill in tonight, and I don't want to be fooled by people. See, very hard to... You fix your trousers. Just paint them up there, will you?
All right.
I know Buddy Ebsen when I see him. You're not Buddy Ebsen to me.
We'll get down to him in a minute, kid.
Huh? Well, you can't do that on television, buddy. It's that. Now, you just put that in there and put that in there. Now, just a minute. There you are. Got that? Now, just give me a second. Buddy Ebsen! Hello, buddy. But I'm glad to see you.
Good to see you. I came in to buy a present for my girl.
You did, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
You think you can...
pet?
Well, if I brought her something nice, she might, you know.
Well, I had a Great Dane, the biggest dog you ever saw.
Well, she loves dogs. As a matter of fact, the only time she's ever really happy is when I'm licking her hand.
Well, your nose is cold. You're feeling all right. There's a Great Dane here.
That's a Great Dane?
Yes, it is, but it's feeling mighty low.
Hey, you! I thought you said the only thing wrong with that horse is that he likes to sit on potatoes.
You wait so often. I beg your pardon?
You said the only thing wrong is that he likes to sit on potatoes.
That's right. Why? He likes to sit
Yeah.
on potatoes, that horse.
Well, I did everything you told me to do.
Yeah?
I was riding him out of town.
Yeah.
And I kept him away from potato patches.
Yeah.
See? And everything was swell. And when we came to a bridge, right in the middle of the bridge, suddenly that horse of yours jumps right over the railing into the water.
Yeah.
With me on him.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Into the river?
Into the river.
I forgot to tell you, he likes to sit on fish, too. That guy's all wet. Buddy, can I interest you in this dog, bud?
Well, No, you see, I couldn't buy that dog for my girl because my girl lives way out in the country.
Yeah?
And the roads are very bad out there. And I'm afraid that dog is built so close to the ground, he'd never get over the bumps.
You don't think so, huh? Well, this dog is a dancing dog, you know.
No fooling, a dancing dog?
Oh, yes. He used to work for Arthur Murray, but he quit and went in business for himself, you see.
Oh, well.
Yes, making a fortune.
What is he doing?
Well, he teaches cigarettes how to dance for television commercials, you know. Would you be in? I'll tell you, I'll go and look for something for you.
All right.
As a matter of fact, I have to count the rabbits. It's time to count the rabbits, you see? And I'll go. Lud, when you play the music, make yourself at home, buddy, and I'll be right back. Come on, let's go.
I was born in Little Rock. I had a girl in Tyler. I loved her and she loved me, but one thing used to rile her. Oh, when you gonna marry me? She said, I'm growing older. I picked up the telephone and this is what I told her. I'll be down to see you. I am coming down to marry you. There'll be hug, kiss, and squeeze, and there'll be love beyond all reason. I'll be down, never frown. As soon as the roads get better, I'll be there. I'm hoping if they keep the highway open, there'll be sporting and cavorting when I come your way a-courting. I'll be there, don't despair. As soon as the roads get better, I'll be on my way to heaven, to the one who waits for me down on US 67. And if they shut up and close her, I'll get through with a big bulldozer, my beloved. How I long to be there by your side. So I'm gonna hit the trail to bring you love that I can't mail you. Don't be blue, I'll come through as soon as the roads get better.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get ready for the Spidell advertising. So tonight, I'm going to do something entirely new for television. You remember last week, I showed you silent moving pictures. Tonight, I will show you silent advertising. Something entirely new. Going to do it with signals. Great idea. I want the patrolman here. Would you open it? Hello, Tommy. Speaks like a native. Now, I want you to take a message for me, Tommy. Your watch looks grand with a Spidell band. I want you to wigwag that, see? Wait a minute. You're wagging too much. Put a little more wig in that, you see? Change it a little bit like to this. I want, when you try it again, your watch looks swell with a new Spidell. Let me see you do that. No, wait a minute. Just a minute. Pardon me. You forgot to dot the I in Spidell. This is a new idea, so we're allowed to practice. Now, I want you to put this all together. Your watch looks swell with a new Spidell. Your watch looks grand with a Spidell band. Now, let me see you do that. Something tells me that kid wasn't wigwagging for Spidell. Something wrong, but I've got to get in the Spidell advertising. I promised it to my sponsor because this is my last show for this sponsor before I start next week another sponsor. And I promised him I would do this advertising. And I'm going to do it because these watch bands are really beautiful. I've got another idea. Wait a second. I know I'm full of ideas tonight. Will you hear this one? I'll tell you what I want you to do. I've got an idea of silent advertising. I want you to blink and tell everybody in the world that the most beautiful watch band, that a Spidell band, makes your watch look grand. Would you blink that? I wish I had watched that guy when he blinked this thing. Open the curtain. Vanishing American. Idea. I want you to advertise for me with smoke signals. Yeah? Uh-huh. I want you to say, a Spidell band makes the watch look grand, or your watch looks swell with a new Spidell. You do that with a signal, smoke signal. I'm watching this guy. I never saw a vanishing American vanish so quickly in my life. Gotta get someplace with it. Must be a way of doing it. I knew he did it. I'll get someplace here.
Did you just send that message?
Yes, I did.
Well, how dare you? What have you got to say for yourself? Well?
Well, what?
Well, what have you got to say for yourself?
I don't know, Fred. I've got to count the rabbits. It's time again.
This is Outside, Inside USA. These are typical houses on a typical street in a typical community of a typical city, typical Ohio. Working his way from typical door to typical door is the typical door-to-door salesman, Ed Wynn.
Another salesman, what do you want?
Huh? I fooled you, didn't I? Tell me, is your mommy home?
No!
These are the same typical houses on the same typical street in the same typical community. Our typical door-to-door salesman, now known as Hop-Along Cassidy, hobbles along to another house.
Oh, she's a nice little kid. Hello?
Hello?
Is your mommy home?
No, she isn't.
Uh-huh.
Were you just at my cousin's house next door?
Yes, I was. This cannot happen to me. What do you want? Would you like to buy a sledgehammer?
Now that you've been outside, inside USA, we take you inside USA.
Hello. Oh, just a minute, please. Beulah, it's for you.
Somebody ball for Beulah? Hello? This is Beulah, your all-around gal. I'm the same size all around. Is this Bill, my gorgeous professor in the College of Love? Well, come on over, Professor, and embrace your student body. Just a minute, Bill. I see somebody coming up the walk. I think he's one of them pesky salesmen. I'll call you back later. Oh, let's see. Between you and me.
Would you like to try that again, because if you hit the bell, you get a box of Beulah! Beulah, I didn't see you there.
Well,
How are you, Beulah?
just fine. I'm sorry, Mr. Wynn. I thought you was one of them pesky salesmen that's been bothering the neighborhood all week.
Well, I am a door-to-door salesman. I just started to work today.
But I thought you had a television show.
Yes, I've been on television for 3 months now. That's why I started to wait today. A guy's got to eat, you know. You know, Beulah, I work for a wonderful company. The name of my company is Driscoll, Carmichael, Florin Yates, Rooney, Carter, Proctor, Griswold, Greenberg, Faversham, Morse, Underhill, Thompson, Pendleton, Ackerman, Gordon, Crenshaw, Frothingham, Lawrence, Lewis, and Atkins, Jessica, Brooks, Macaulay, and so forth, and Christopher, Crawford, Granger, and Leopold. Here's my card, here. Like to hear that?
My goodness.
Yeah, that's the card.
What are you selling?
This is an invention to do away with mice. This is a new mouse trap.
Yeah.
Show you what it is. It's a little mouse television set. Now, the idea is you find a hole where the mice come out of, and you put this set down. Now, the mouse comes out of the hole, gets fascinated, and keeps watching the television set.
Watching.
Yes, and his eyes get bloodshot and can't see a thing. And when he can't see anything, you take the blackjack and you sock him on the nut with that.
Oh, that's a nice invention, but there ain't no mice around our house. I run them all over with not singing.
Can you sing, Beulah? I didn't know that.
Can I sing?
Yeah.
Mr. Wynn, if Al Jolson ever does a picture himself, I'm going to do for him what he did for Larry Parks.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to hear you do it. Will you?
All right, I sure
Well,
will.
go ahead.
Well, with apologies to Miss Sophie Tucker, some of these days, hit it, Professor. Some of these days, you're gonna miss me, honey. Some of these days, you're gonna feel so lonely. You'll miss my hugging. You're gonna miss my kissing. You'll miss me, honey, when I see you away. I feel so lonely, just for you only. 'Cause you know, honey, you've always had your way. Now when you leave me, I know it's gonna grieve me. You're gonna miss your little delicate mama some of these days. Some of these days that you'll miss me, honey. Yeah, some of these days, oh, you feel so lonely. You'll miss my hugging. You're gonna miss my kissing. You'll miss me, honey, when I'm far away. I feel so lonely, just for you only. 'Cause you know, honey, you always had your way. Now when you leave me, I'm not gonna grieve. Oh, you're gonna miss your little delicate mama someday.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you all realize that Beulah is really Hattie McDaniel, the Academy Award-winning actress, you know. Hattie? Hattie? Beulah? Oh, yeah.
Here's me.
Yeah, listen here, Beulah. You know, that was wonderful. You know, and I really think that we ought to mention that you appeared here on the program through the courtesy of Procter & Gamble, the maker of, I list, you know, it's a hard way, a dress.
That's
Dress.
love that dress.
You do, eh? Well, thank you very much, Hattie.
And thank you.
Thank you, Hattie. You got to excuse me doing this during the show. I got to finish it as quickly as possible. It's for Rita and Allie's baby, you know. Yes,
Just
Bob.
a second. I have a telegram for you from the Spidell Corporation.
Well, I wish you'd read it, because I've got my glasses on. I can't see a thing.
Oh.
If you will.
All right, it says, Dear Ed, we of the Spidell Corporation want to take this opportunity to thank you for the wonderful job you've done in your initial series of television broadcasts.
Really?
Not only have you entertained millions of people, but you have made millions of new friends for Spidell. We consider it a privilege to have been associated with you in what we know is only the beginning of a new and highly successful phase of your already highly successful career.
Do they lisp, too? Go ahead.
Right there.
I think it's very beautiful.
Bad Western Union people. Thank you and good luck on your new series of programs for Camel Cigarettes. And it's signed, with warmest regards, the Spidell Corporation.
Well, that's very beautiful, Bob. And I would like to pay my respects to a very wonderful sponsor, too, you know. Folks, I've done a lot of kidding. I don't know about Spidell in the last 18 weeks, but it's been a lot of fun for all of us. They've been wonderful people to work with, and I don't know, I appreciate their cooperation during the past months. Incidentally, there is something I'm sure you thought of, but perhaps you haven't actually done as yet. And that is to go to your jeweler's tomorrow and ask to see the complete line of Spidell watch bands. You know, they make them for men and women, as you've heard me say through the week. I'm not asking you to buy one. I just would like you to look at them. See, this is my last week with Spidell, and I don't know. I know that they make wonderful watch bands, and I want you to look at them because, believe me, Spidell bands are so beautiful that I know that you will want one for your own watch, and I'm sure you'll want to give one to those you love. And the Spidell people have been wonderful sponsors.